Hello everybody, Skin Deep Beauty Vlogger here. I hope you're all really well. Today I'm going to do a little mini review and also demonstration, I guess, using the Tom Ford Brow Sculptor. This is one of my favourite products for sort of defining my brows with. I really love it. It's so idiot proof to use. It is expensive, which is why I thought it would be useful to do a review in case, if you are considering buying it and if you're wondering if it's worth the money, then this may well be helpful. Sometimes I like to spend money on indulgent products and save them for when I really want to treat myself, and then other times I think it's nice to spend a bit more on a product you're going to use every day, really get something that you know is going to work for you. And this is definitely the case with this product. I use it every single day to define my brows and I really like it. I'm in the shade Taupe, which is number 2, and as I said, I use this every day, so I'm going to start off by sharpening it. And it's got this angled pencil at the end here, and it really does need a bit of a sharpen. So what I'm going to do is untwist the other end, and out pops this little sharpener, which does not look at all like a sharpener, but what you do is you just run this through the end of it, and it does sharpen the nib of this pencil. So I'm going to do that now, and I'm going to try not to make too much of a mess. I've got a piece of paper to catch any on the bottom. Okay, so just pull it along. I'm just going to do that a couple of times. I don't want to waste it. Okay, so that's just helped to sharpen up the angle of the pencil here. I'm just going to pop that back in the end. You just screw it into the bottom. I mean, the design on this, really, you can't fault it. They've thought of everything. Really fantastic attention to detail. Now I'm just going to twist this down. I tend to use it about there, and I'm just going to show you how I use it to sculpt my brows. All I've got on my eyes at the moment, because I wanted them to be nice and clean to show you this, I've just got a little colour wash using the MAC Bare Study Paint Pot, which is one of my favourites. It's featured in a favourites video before. Really great for when you just want an everyday wash of colour. I've applied a little bit of liquid liner. I'm using the Too True Effortless Eyeliner. There's a full review of this on my blog, which I will link below. It's one of these little inkwell ones. With quite a nice nib that dips into that. I actually find the nib really easy to work with, and it lives up to the effortless name. However, because it's got this inkwell, it is always a very wet formula, which can be a little bit difficult to work with. Sometimes I can just get a few smudges. But for the price, you really can't fault this. I think it's something like $1.99. Then I've just finished off with my NYX Faux Lashes mascara, which there's also going to be a review on, so do check that out. Again, I will link it in the bar below. Okay, so things are about to get scary because I'm going to zoom in. You can see what I'm doing. My brows are not at all bad. I'm really lucky in that my natural shape isn't bad at all, and I just maintain them by having them threaded. But I just think it's one of those things that makes such a difference to your face when your brows are groomed. So it is probably one of the only treatments that I really indulge in, and I do get that done professionally. So all I'm going to do is just tidy them up. They're looking pretty tidy at the moment anyway, because I've just had them threaded. Even when I haven't, I just tend to get a few little sparse hairs here. I'm really lucky in that respect. So before I get started, I used the other end of the brow sculptor. This is the same end that I untwisted before to get that pencil sharpener, and it comes with this spoolie brush. So if you untwist this end, you get the pencil sharpener, but if you pull it off, then you get the spoolie brush. And I'm just going to use that just to brush them into shape. And this will just enable me to see where needs a little bit of work. So now for the bit you're probably interested in, I'm going to go in with the pencil end. And I always start off in this area here, never here. So I just do very light strokes, just where I see that it needs a little bit of filling in. And then once I've got that area looking how I pretty much want it to, then I start to tackle this area. Just a little bit of a gap that I've got here, but I really don't want that bit to look overly dark. Okay, so once I've filled them in, then I go back in with the spoolie brush and just sort of soften that effect and make sure that they're in place. I'm lucky in that my brows don't really tend to move around much during the day, so I don't really bother with a sort of setting wax or gel. And that's it, my brows are done. Really, really quick and easy, and you've got everything you could possibly need. Well, not tweezers, but everything that you need. You've got your brush, your sharpener, and your pencil in this really slimline little pencil. So it's really, really handy if you travel a lot. It's just fantastic. I love the effect that this gives. A quick word on shaping your brows, if you do it yourself, is you want to take a pencil, this is probably a bit thick, but you want them to start sort of where the side of your nose, where that ends, that's where you want them to start. And you don't want them to start too far out because it can make your nose look a little bit wider. Then you want the arch to be just sort of over your pupil, but you'll be able to feel from the bone where it sort of naturally should be. And then you want this end. Take your pencil and do a sort of angle past the side of your eye from the side of your nose. That tells you where it should end. Eyebrows really do make such a difference at shaping your face, so I think it is worth investing a little bit of time and maybe money in getting them right. For me, it's like a natural facelift. It really opens up my eyes and makes my whole face look a lot cleaner and fresher. The last thing I want to point out is that your eyebrows should be sisters, not twins, so don't worry about getting them too perfectly matching. It will look unnatural. Would I recommend this? Yes, I absolutely love it. It's really expensive, but I've used it every single day. It's lasting a really long time as well, so I definitely think that's worth the money. You know, you can get eyebrow pencils really, really cheaply, but I love the attention to detail and the design of this, and for me, just everything about it, from the formula of the crayon, the colour, you know, the angle that it's sort of already positioned at, it's just so easy to use. Really, really love this. I can't rate it highly enough. It's probably one of my #1 products of the year. Anyway, I hope that this video has been helpful. Do comment in the bar below and tell me how you manage your brows. If you've got any questions as well, then don't hesitate to ask. I love reading your comments. If you've enjoyed this, then please do subscribe if you're not already, and I look forward to seeing you again soon. Thanks again. Bye.